Hello guys, in this video we are going to compare Universal Analytics this to Google Analytics for this, and we are going to understand why Google pushing this upgrade in very hard manner, and like everything is gonna change from data structure and data model to the conversion and tracking. Everything is gonna change, reporting is changed, like almost everything gonna change compared to Universal Analytics to Google Analytics 4, and we will see how we can adopt these things and understand better about Google Analytics 4. But first let's see why Google pushing this update. So guys, let's get started now. Universal Analytics launched way before 2010, 2011, when there was no iOS limitation, no privacy regulation, and user is also not aware of their privacy, and user expectation is also a little bit low. Also, that time browser support cookies and the scripts. Now browser is also blocking the scripts and the cookies. That is why tracking is like little bit complex and not easy to track the user and the user journey. That is why it is too complex to track the user in the current scenario in the Google Analytics Universal version. That is why Google need to upgrade their data model, the structure, and that is why Google pushing the new Universal Analytics to Google Analytics for upgrade. And so we need to keep up with that so we can track the user journey and the funnel in a better way, because now the user is using multiple devices, multiple platform, so the user journey is become more complex and more comprehensive. So we need to keep up with that and track user in a better way so we can understand better about our business and serve the user. Now let's compare Universal Analytics to Google Analytics 4. First, let's compare on the account setup level. In Universal Analytics, we have two options: Universal Analytics for websites and Universal Analytics for Firebase for iOS and the Android application. But on the other hand, in Google Analytics 4, we have one single option, Google Analytics 4. In Google Analytics 4, in one property, we can add multiple data stream as we want. Like we can add iOS app, Android app, web app. We can add multiple data stream in the one single property, and we can track user across devices, across platform, and we can track the user journey very easily. Google Analytics for identifying user basis on the three main criteria. First is the user ID. User ID that you define in your website. So that way Google Analytics identifying the individual user. If not, then Google try to use their Google Signal ID. So that way also Google can try to track the user. If not, then Google have the last option, the device ID. That way Google also identifying the user and the user journey, and Google try the permutation of combination of all of these three things, and that way Google can identifying the individual user and the user journey. So that would be the first change in the Google Analytics Universal version to Google Analytics version 4. Now let's compare basis on the measurement model. In Universal Analytics, we are gonna track sessions and the page view, and all of these sessions can be labelized and categorized based on the session. While other hand, in Google Analytics version 4, we don't have such kind of option. Google Analytics version 4 track everything as an event, and it can also contain some additional parameters like page title, page location, etc. It can't be labelized any session like Universal Analytics. So that would be the change in the measurement model. We can still see the session and the page view on the reporting and the exploration section, but we can't see this labelize and the categorize session like universal analytics this to this. Now let's compare universal analytics goal to Google Analytics 4 conversion. Now things are more simplifying. Now Google call conversion as in conversion. Conversion, it can be any valuable action for you, like any download, any subscription, any in-app purchase, any form submission, any email subscription, any sales, any purchase that you think is contains some kind of value, then you can mark these event as in conversion. In Google Analytics 4, purchase already marked as in conversion, and you can mark any event as in conversion. But in case any scenario like your event is not available, that case you can set up your event and then you can later mark your event as a conversion in Google Analytics 4. So that's how you can set up your conversion in Google Analytics 4. And now things are more simple and more easy compared to Universal Analytics. So that would be the difference when we comparing Universal Analytics to Google Analytics 4. Now let's talk about the biggest advancement over Universal Analytics to Google Analytics 4. Technology gonna evolving, user journey is more complex. Now user have more touch point, and Google AI and machine learning gonna more strong and more strong. And so now Google can predict and model your historical conversion, historical sale to predict the future sale and the future revenue. And that would be the amazing feature in Google Analytics 4. And there are many updates regarding the AI and the future update regarding the machine learning and Google predictable analysis gonna more strong. So if you want to keep up with that, then please hit the subscribe button. I'll try to update about the latest feature about Google Analytics 4. And if you are new, please like this video and turn the notification bell. And now let's wrap up this video and let's see the main key takeaway from this video. Rising user expectation about privacy, more global regulation, and decreasing browser support for cookies have made digital measurement more challenging. Google Analytics 4 property is built to handle multiple data sources from complex user journey across both app and a web. Customer journey are become more complex to keep with business and measurement tool that can stitch together these fragment journey and provide actionable insights. So that's it for this video. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.